Welcome, guys. Here we are for another fun semester. Hopefully, we have a lot of good time and we get through this and feel good about it. So, we're starting off this semester with a review of factoring. Okay. So, we see on the left side there is the same steps we had before, or use the same steps for this week's reviews. So, if you need to, I put it in the modules so you can print it out again or copy it down again if you lost it from last semester. But if you still have it, great. Keep using it. So I'm just going to start off doing some examples for us. A squared plus a minus 12. Okay, so remember the first thing we do, separate the first term, step 1. Step 2, separate last term, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 4 and 3. And then we see that, look at the last sign is negative, so it puts us down in group B. So group B means that 1 is going to be negative, 1 is going to be positive, and we're going to be doing subtraction to get that middle term. So only way the middle term is definitely basically A or 1A. So it's going to be 4A minus 3A to make it work. So A 4, A and 3. And since the first sign is positive, the bigger number is positive, other one negative. There's your answer. Good job. All right, next one. Okay, we got k squared minus 7k plus 12. Alrighty, same thing, right? Start off with separate the first term, k and k. Separate last term, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 4 and 3. We see the last sign is positive, so put us in group A. Group A says we're going to add to get the middle. So we're trying to get to 7. So the only ones that do that is 4 plus 3. 4K and 3K. Put it in our last little pieces here. And since we're in group A, we look at the first sign. First sign is negative. So under group A, first sign is negative. They're both negative. There's our answer. All right, good job. You can pause any time if you need to. Squared minus x minus 20. All right, same style, right? First term, x and x. 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 5 and 4. And middle term is a, well, 1. We see the last sign is negative, so puts us down in group B. We're going to subtract to get the middle. So 5x minus 4x will give us the 1x. This is what we want. x5, x4. And under group B, if the first sign is negative, the bigger number is negative, other one positive. Remember, anytime you're in group A, 1 will be negative and 1 will be positive. Okay. All right, now these kind. Remember, if you're factoring these ones and you start with only 2 terms, first step, you got to add back in that middle term. So add back in this case, a 0x. Now we can follow these steps. Okay, don't forget that 0x for these. Separate the first term, x and x. Separate last term, 1 and 9, 3 and 3. And last sign is negative, so that means we're group B. We're going to subtract to get the middle. And so only want to do that. 3 minus 3 will give us 0. So 3x minus 3x. So I got x and 3, x and 3. And since we're in group B, we look at the first sign, it's positive. So that means, well, it doesn't matter, they're both the same. So one's positive, one's negative. And since those the only difference is the positive and negative, remember this is a difference of 2 squares. All right, good job. All right, let's keep it rolling. So it's kind of like a review of all the factoring we did near the end of last semester. Okay. So we got x squared minus 16. Same idea, right? We have to add back in. There's only 2 terms there, so we need to have 3 terms for factoring trinomials. So first step, add back in that 0. And then we go on. So it's all right. Back to first step. Separate the first sign, Separate the last term, 116, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. And since our last sign is negative, that's group step 3, right? So that means negatives mean we're going to be on group B. So we're going to subtract to get the middle. So 4x minus 4x is the one that will give us the 0. X and 4, x and 4. One will be positive and one will be negative because we're in group B. And a good old difference of 2 squares. A little abbreviation. Hopefully you're okay with that. All right. Next one. X squared minus 4. Oh yeah, only 2 terms. We got to add back in that middle term, 0x. Then we could go on. Separate the first term in step 1. Separate last term, 1 and 4, 2 and 2. And last sign is negative, so we're going to be subtracting to get the middle. So 2 minus 2 gives us 0. X plus 2, x minus 2. So 1's positive and 1 is negative. A good old difference of 2 squares. All right. One more style to go. Okay. X squared plus 8x plus 16. All right. So we started with 3 terms already, so we're good to go. Step 1, separate the first term. Step 2, separate the last term. 116, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. We see the last sign is positive, so it means we're in group A. So we're going to be adding to get the middle. The middle is an 8. So only 4 plus 4 will give us 8. So 4x, 4x. So x and 4, x and 4. We're in group A. First sign is positive, so both are positive. And notice these two are identical. So that means we can collapse it down to x plus 4 squared. That is what we call perfect square. All right, good job. Let's see, I got one more, I think. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Starts with 3 terms, so we're good to start. X and x for the first step. Second step, start with the last term, 1 and 9, 3 and 3. Where you see the last sign is positive on step 3 there. So that means we're going to be adding to get the middle. Middle number is 6. Only 3 plus 3 will give us that. 3x and 3x. All right, so put them together. All right, and we're in under group A, and then we see, all right, under group A, first sign's positive. They're both positive, and therefore, well, we can collapse them down into a single parentheses because it is a perfect square. All right, good job, guys. So basically, like I said, let's review. We're doing a couple worksheets this week. And we're basically going to do a reviewing of the factoring trinomials before we move on to the next aspect of this. So if you need any help, please let me know. We can do this. You guys are great. Good to have you all back.